Have you observed this trend as well? The quiet individuals, those who once emanated serenity, wisdom, and truth, are slowly fading away. Their disappearance is not abrupt. They are not shouting or fighting. Instead, they are quietly retreating from the crowd, leaving empty spaces behind. If you have ever felt like one of these individuals or were close to someone like this, you may find what I am about to share resonates more deeply than you anticipate. The spiritual individuals within our society, those who are profoundly connected, wise and peaceful, are gradually disappearing, and this is not happenstance. There are profound reasons behind this phenomenon, and you deserve to be aware of them. Firstly, let me clarify that this is not a conspiracy or an overnight transformation. This decline has been occurring slowly over the course of years, perhaps even decades. Initially, it may have seemed like burnout or social withdrawal. However, upon deeper reflection, it becomes evident that the issue runs much deeper. It is fundamentally spiritual, rooted at the soul level. I urge you to stay with me until the conclusion of this discussion, because understanding these 6 reasons may help explain your own distance from the world around. As you, not as a problem, but rather as a sign of your spiritual evolution. Let us delve into the heart of the matter. One key reason for the disappearance of spiritual individuals is that truth no longer holds a prominent place in our discourse. We inhabit a world where loud opinions often overshadow quiet truths. Spiritual individuals speak from their experiences and inner clarity rather than from mere noise. Yet, in today's environment, truth fails to captivate. Drama does. Controversy garners attention, and when spiritual individuals recognize that their voices lack resonance, not because they are incorrect, but because they are measured and serene, they choose to withdraw. This retreat is not born of weakness. It occurs because they realize that there is little use in shouting amidst a storm. These individuals are not here to engage in debates. They are here to embody their truth. When truth is unwelcome in conversations, they find their way to the exit quietly. Have you ever noticed how sensitive spiritual individuals often appear? This sensitivity is not a flaw. It is a unique aspect of their nature. They experience life more acutely, and this sensitivity is no coincidence. The second reason for their vanishing act is the overwhelming energy of today's world. It is too loud, chaotic, and draining. Imagine attempting to meditate during a concert. That vivid imagery captures the experience of many spiritual individuals in our current society. They navigate through an existence that vibrates at a pace too rapid for them. The stimulation is excessive. The opinions are countless. The information is abundant, but wisdom is sparse. Their bodies, minds, and nervous systems can no longer endure this onslaught. Consequently, they withdraw, not out of fear, but out of survival necessity. Silence becomes a vital tool, and stillness acts as a protective barrier. Here is a perspective most overlooked. Spiritual individuals are withdrawing because they are unwilling to engage in inauthenticity. This represents the third reason for their retreat. In a society obsessed with appearances, where individuals project happiness, spiritual authenticity, or awakeness merely for likes and social validation, the genuinely spiritual cannot comply. They cannot force themselves to maintain a smile when their soul feels burdened. They cannot pretend to be positive when the world calls for truth rather than performance. As a result, they disconnect, stop sharing, and walk away. The moment spirituality devolves into a trend, the true spiritual individuals become obscured. They prefer honesty and solitude to facade in the limelight. Now, take a moment to reflect on this next point. This could resonate with your own experiences. Spiritual people are vanishing because they are weary of continuously giving without receiving in return. To be frank, those who are spiritually awakened are frequently the ones everyone approaches for comfort, guidance, and support. For a time, they offer their gifts generously, but after years of nurturing others without being replenished, they begin to feel drained. They come to understand that others desire their light, but shy away from their struggles. People seek their wisdom while disregarding their boundaries. Ultimately, these individuals learn to safeguard their well-being and withdraw, not due to a lack of concern, but because they recognize that their energy is sacred and not for everyone. The fifth reason, one that seldom receives attention, is quite significant. Spiritual individuals are disappearing because they understand that true transformation often occurs away from the public eye. Frequently, the most vital healing transpires quietly, in solitude, behind closed doors. Not every sacred experience requires an audience. They have realized that impactful change does not necessitate loud proclamations. Sometimes, mere presence holds more potency than grand performances. A single moment of genuine presence with another person can shift far more than 100 well-delivered speeches. Hence, they step back from the limelight, not because they have given up, but because they have matured. They have transitioned from noise to essence. Finally, the sixth and perhaps most profound reason is this. Spiritual individuals are vanishing because the world they are expected to inhabit no longer aligns with the world their souls recall. This realization can be deeply painful. Many spiritual individuals carry profound, soul-deep memories of peace, unity, and connection. They recall a time, not recorded in history but felt within their souls, when humanity coexisted harmoniously with nature, spirit, and truth. In our modern existence, everything feels amiss. The rapid pace, the disconnection, the artificiality of human relationships, the incessant striving, it all feels wrong. Consequently, they do not feel at home in this world. Piece by piece, they gradually withdraw, not out of bitterness, but out of grief. They mourn a world their hearts remember, but that their eyes can no longer witness. I encourage you to pause for a moment and ask yourself, do you relate to this experience? Have you sensed yourself gradually fading away, not in the sense of dying, but in the act of pulling inward and becoming less visible to the external world, yet potentially more visible to your own self? If this resonates with you, know that you are not broken. You are not lost. Instead, you are undergoing a profound awakening. This process of disappearing is a spiritual evolution, a return to the core of your soul, a shedding of the distractions, facades, and performative behaviors. You are not vanishing. You are rediscovering yourself. Perhaps, just perhaps, that is the ultimate goal. Perhaps society does not require more noise, more personalities, or more individuals in pursuit of fame. Maybe what the world truly needs is for the quiet ones, the disappearing ones, to go inward, not to escape, but to reconnect with themselves. The ones who will emerge only when truth, peace, and wisdom are once again embraced. It is crucial to recognize that just because they seem to disappear does not imply they are gone. They remain present, observing, feeling, healing, and holding space, sometimes in nature, at other times in meditation or silence. They are anchoring something unseen but profoundly real. If you identify with this experience, know that you are not alone. There are others like you. You may not encounter them in the headlines or on your social feed, but they exist, living quietly in alignment with their true selves, refusing to compromise their souls. This message is not a call to bring these individuals back into the public sphere. Instead, it is an invitation to understand why they chose to withdraw and to honor their decision. By honoring this choice, we may begin to shift our world back toward a space where they feel safe to return, a space characterized by less noise and more truth, less pretension and more authentic presence, less pressure and more peace. So, if you are someone who senses you are fading away, please know that it is perfectly acceptable. You are not mistaken for feeling disconnected, nor are you lazy or unsociable. You are awakening and aligning with your true self. This silence, this space, this sense of invisibility signifies not an end, but the commencement of something much deeper. When society stops providing for the soul does not resist. It simply steps aside. This is the sensation you have been experiencing, a quiet inner realization that indicates this world no longer reflects your essence. Nevertheless, withdrawing from societal expectations does not equate to retreating from life. In truth, many spiritual people discover that after their period of withdrawal, they truly begin to live for the first time. They cultivate genuine peace, authentic connection, and profound joy, not amidst the noise, but within the stillness. The most compelling aspect of this entire journey is that the world will eventually seek out the spiritual individuals again. When chaos escalates, systems begin to falter, and people come to the realization that outer success is meaningless without inner peace. They will turn to those who have disappeared, the ones who refuse to compromise their souls and who chose truth over popularity. When that moment arrives, you will be prepared. There will be no need for force. You will simply exist, and your mere presence will accomplish what your words never could. So, if you find yourself among the disappearing ones, continue your journey. Protect your peace and heed your intuition. While the world may not acknowledge you at this moment, one day it will. If you have watched this message until the end, I suspect you may be one of them, or at least your soul is beginning to resonate with the same call, the call of quiet truth, the call of prioritizing the soul over societal systems. You are not fading away, you are rediscovering yourself. And that is the most powerful journey you could embark.